Pivoting now to sports, Kern County student athletes spent most of the last year sitting on the sidelines. 17th Sports Director Taylor Schaub joining us live this evening from Garces Memorial High School with a look back at how the pandemic impacted the sports world. Taylor, good evening.
Well, Jim, 365 days ago, a midweek practice like this one right here at Garces Memorial High School would have seemed normal. But as we know, in the last year, it's been anything but.
They've lost that thing that gets them up every morning.
I just didn't really know what to do. This year was supposed to be like my best year, you know?
I almost fell apart, you know. It was a horrible feeling.
Out of all the events that had been canceled this senior year, that was the one that hurt the most.
You always say you hate school, you don't want to be at school, but then when the reality hits that you don't get to go to school anymore, all of a sudden it's just taken out of your hands and you have absolutely no say. It's a terrible feeling. It's just gut-wrenching.
March 11th, 2020, a day that will live in infamy. A day when an unforeseen foe grabbed hold of the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas and started its brutal assault on the traditions we hold dearest.
We're in a situation today that none of us know the extent of the danger that's out there.
Then members of the Western Athletic Conference, the CSUB Roadrunners, had their season stopped short due to the coronavirus.
We're not talking about wins and losses. We're talking about life and death.
Overnight, the roars of Mechanics Bank Arena went from 7,500 strong to the deafening sound of silence. CSUB and BC closed their doors. The winter and spring high school sports seasons shuttered. A statewide lockdown deprived more than 5,000 student athletes.
I get calls from parents all the time about their kids just being in a funk, you know, and being depressed.
Weeks turned to months, and hope for a normal fall season faded. Kern's collective sports world remained in a pandemic-induced purgatory.
My depression has gotten worse, and it's very difficult because I no longer have distraction.
I cry with her and I hold her, and it's been horrible.
Throughout the state, thousands of parents, students, and coaches pushed back, forming the Let Them Play movement.
We don't have the choice to decide for our children what we believe is correct.
While youth sports continued to sit on the sidelines, CSUB returned.
I don't know if I've ever felt this kind of weight and responsibility for others' lives like I did this year.
Then the Condors.
I think I've learned a lot about just how, dependent we are on this game and, how lucky we are to do what we do.
And finally, when all hope seemed lost for the class of 2021, Governor Newsom gave youth sports the green light.
It's hard probably for most people to understand, but it's better than a championship.
It's just a great thing to be out here. I'm thankful that at the end of the day it worked out for all of us, and I'm just going to be happier to be out here with my boys.
A chance for many to say goodbye one last time to the bright lights of Friday night. And Jim, those Friday nights will burn bright come this Friday here at Garces Memorial High School when they take on Tulare Union. We'll, of course, be here to cover it. I'm going to send it back to you guys in the studio.
Their first game since 2019.
Wow.
Can you believe it?
There's got to be a lot of excitement there.
Oh, yes.